all. Everybody else is a no. So let's get started. So hello, everyone. Good to see you all. So I know Ein Keloheinu is one that we all know, but we put it on our list because we want to make sure everybody has the words down right. So I am going to screen share first and see what we come up with. I have a couple things. So that one, I wanted you to hear this one. I didn't know if any of you had seen this movie called Keeping the Faith.
Yeah,
With
a long time ago.
Ben Stiller. So it's really cute, but just to listen and to me, I was watching, so I thought maybe you'd like this. Let's go.
508 for Ein Keloheinu.
Okay, I'm sorry, Rafi, just hang on 1 second here. Guys, I gotta just say this before we do this again, because it's really...
Welcome to the world of Hendrick's Gin. Oddly infused with rose and cucumber.
Ein Keloheinu. It's a joyous song. It's a prayer about praising the Lord, telling the Lord how much we love him or her. But no matter what I do, I can't seem to be able to get you folks to sing it with any feeling. I mean, I brought in the band. That didn't work. I brought in my bongos last week. I think we can all agree that was a backward step. So this morning, I've decided to bring in a little outside help. Maury, if you would. You can even sing along. Come on, have a little fun with it. That's right, get up, get those butts out of the chairs, come on. Up in the cheap seats. I can't hear you up there, sing it out, come on. Over 70. All the young Jews.
Okay, I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
What a way to start class, Anne.
I know. Isn't it fun? Okay.
You play with it.
I came across it and I thought this is so much fun, and I love Ben Stiller anyway. So
Yeah.
And I saw the movie, but I just thought I'd forgotten that part. And it is a joyous song. And when you have cousins who just sing it, I mean, it has to have joy to it. It really does. Yeah, it does. So I think what we'll do is maybe, I'm not going to go over this. Let's have all of you, let's go and we'll read a couple lines, reading it, which I know is harder, but we'll do that. We'll try and do that so that, let me see if I can get this right here. Is that big enough, I hope?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I am going to do it from my paper. So Linda Burns, start us with the first two lines. That's not fair. We all know the first line, the first two, but you'll read that and you'll read the next two after that. Go.
Who are you asking?
I'm asking Linda Burns.
Okay.
So try and read it, everybody, just reading it. So you're getting just those words, not with the music. Try and read it. So go ahead. Linda, are you with us? Linda, there you go. All right.
Oh, I lost the link. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kamoshi, Ein Kamalkenu, Ein
Malkenu. It's just Kitma, not Ka, Kimalkenu.
Oh, Ein Kamalkenu, Ein Kamoshienu, Mi Keloheinu, Mi Kadonenu, Mi Kamalkenu.
Not Ka, just k.
Ka Malkeinu, Mi Ka Moshienu.
Good. Okay. Let's see. Charlotte, read the next. Let's do 3. We'll do 3 at a time.
And can I interrupt for 1 minute? When
Sure.
not the A, the me, is it Kelohenu or Chelohenu?
I was wondering the same thing.
I was wondering the same thing, because isn't there a difference between the one with the dot and the one without the dot?
You see what I was doing? I was doing what when they sing. They sing Kelohenu, and it is Che. It is Kelohenu because that's a chaf. And
That's what I
you're-
was wondering. Yeah.
Yes, so you're right. So my apologies. I'm just doing and we all do that. We all start with the ein ke, and then without realizing it is a che. It is a chaf, is a che.
What I thought.
So good pointing out, Beth. Thank you.
Good catch, ladies. Keeping us on our toes.
Yeah. All right. So we have next
I'm
Charlotte. Yes.
me Eloheinu, me Hadonenu, me
It's che, che. It's just a
Hem Mal Kenu, me Ha Moshienu.
not cha, che,
Hey, he,
che.
he.
Yeah. It's just the
Moshienu.
yes.
Moshienu.
Okay.
Yeah, I have trouble with the Behrman Institute because they do a very guttural
Right.
on that one, and and so that's the one I practice with.
Right. But it is a but it's not a ha. There's no sound. It's a it's just the guttural. Just like if it were a bet, it would just be the b, b, like b. It's just that sound that letter makes, but not with an under it. That's what a lot of us mistake it for. We put an or an under it, but it's just the sound of that letter. So okay, good. Zelda, do the noda.
Okay. Nodel le lohenu, nodel la donenu, nodel lim malkenu, nodel limo shienu.
Good, yeah, just getting that sound there. That's good. Corinne, do from Baruch.
Okay. Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu.
No, that's a
Oh,
kaf.
that's a ka. Baruch, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu.
Good, okay. And you're right, we have to make sure that we are attentive to that. So let me see.
But why do they sing it with a ka if it's a ka?
Well, you should do it with the cha. Do it the right way.
But I'm saying, why does everyone sing it wrong?
You don't know everyone is, but you're hearing that sometimes. Yeah. You do. Because they've started with the ein kelohenu, and they just continue it because it's still the lohenu.
Yeah.
So they assume that that's what it is. But if you truthfully, you want to read it properly and sing it properly.
And it's probably easier to hear in a group the k versus the ch in a group of people.
Maybe that could be, but you still want to do it the right way, and that's the difference. Melinda, if you would read from here.
Okay. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu.
And Madeline, these two.
Atahu Shehikitiru.
Shehik? Wait a minute, it's Shehikitiru. Yes, you have to hear the hik-tiru. Yes.
Hiktiru. Avotenu. Lifanecha.
Lifa.
Lifanecha. Et
kat, et, ketirat,
Yeah.
okay. Ketoret,
Good.
hatsamim.
Yes, yes. And of course, we know that's a little bit of a different tune, that one from the other. Okay. Let's see. Marlene, let's go back up and
Oh, I thought you were going to send me over to Amirav Elizar.
the what? No,
We don't do that. Somehow we don't do that ever.
what, this?
We do that all the time.
The
Amirav
Amar
Elizar.
Rabi? But
Yeah.
you do that just as a prayer. You don't sing it, do you?
No.
Oh, we have somebody a solo sing it, a woman
Oh.
usually.
I've never heard it sung.
I've never heard it sung.
It's beautiful,
Actually,
but-
I don't think I've ever heard it. I think wherever I've been, it's been silent.
That's what
so
I'm telling you.
interesting.
We don't do it loud.
It's
Yeah.
a really big honor, and it's quite the musical tune to follow. Okay, I'll
Oh.
go back up. Are we going up to
Okay.
the top?
Yeah. Do
Okay.
3.
Ein Kelohenu. Am I going the second line or the first?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Continue.
Ein Kadonenu. Ein Kemalkenu. Ein Kamoshienu.
And do the third one.
Mi Elohenu. Mi Chadonenu.
Yes, good. Yeah. All right.
That's good because I led it on Shavuos Tuesday morning, so I hope I did it right.
You did, I'm sure. I know that we put this in, I think, because we're going to sing it after a bit, just so that we all got that tune. But I just want to make, there are questions and there are things to point out with the different letters. So I think it's always good that we're reading it through. Let me see. Sheila, I don't think is back yet. No. So Beth, read the next 3.
Mi Chimalkenu, Mi Chimoshienu. Noda Lelohenu, Noda Ladonenu, Noda Limalkenu, Noda Limoshienu.
All right. So we should sing it, and I don't know how it's going to work on Zoom singing it together. So because
Can I
it
make a
does come.
suggestion, Anne? Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Do you have a pointer? Because that's what they do for Kaddish. If you have a pointer, then people will be on the same word at the same time when you do it as a group.
Oh, you don't see my pointer? What
Oh,
I'm
I do
doing
now. I'm
here?
sorry. My bad.
Do you see this? No,
Yes.
do you? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But when you're singing, it's going to go a little bit faster.
Sure.
So let's try it all together. Everybody unmute and let's see what happens. And to the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ein Kelohenu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkenu, Ein Kamoshienu, Mi Elohenu, Mi Chadonenu, Mi Chemalkenu, Mi Kamoshienu, No Delelenu, No Hadonenu, No Delimalkenu, No Delimoshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu, Atahu Shekiru, Avotenu, Lifanecha, Eketoret Asamim. Not too much of a there. Okay. You know it, and you ask good questions, you got it. So, let's go on. I'll ask you this again. Does anybody think they want to go back onto Ashray? Go over that again?
Yes.
Anybody want?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Sure.
Okay, all right. So I do a little shifting because I did not put my Ashray on. And it is here. Give me 1 minute to find it. Ashray. Okay, all right.
Ashrei.
Okay, wait. Don't do that. So this is that man, and then I'll find it in Lev Shalom too. So I'm gonna let him go over it so that you hear all of it. It's good. He pronounces beautifully. So let's listen to him again, and then we'll do a line or two at a time.
Could you make it full screen, Anne? The little box at the bottom right?
Here.
Yes.
Okay. And all right, my picture of you is in the way, but I can move that over there. Okay. All right. Everybody can see that better?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's listen to him.
Ashrei.
Ashrei.
Ashrei Yoshevei Vetecha, Hod Yehalelucha Selah. Ashrei ha'am shekacha lo, Ashrei ha'am she'Adonai Elohav, Tehillah leDavid. Arumimcha Elohai ha'melech, Va'avarecha shimecha le'olam va'ed. B'chol yom avarechecha, Va'halela shimcha le'olam va'ed. Gadol Adonai u'mehulal me'od, V'li gedulato ein cheker. Dor ledor yishabach ma'asecha,
And I'm
U'gvurotecha
not getting the volume.
yagidu.
Is anybody else having a problem?
Adar kivod hodecha,
I'm sorry.
V'divrei niflotecha.
What was that?
I'm not hearing it.
Really? Oh,
No, me.
I think that's on your end then. Coming out from me, it's loud.
All right,
And-
you know
and-
what? I'll go out and come back in.
Okay, all right, Zelda. All right. So I'm gonna wait a minute. Did everybody else hear it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right, it's gotta be her computer then. All right, so I'll continue because she's pretty good at that.
Asicha, Ve'ezuz noreotecha yomeru, Ugedulatecha asaprena. Zecher rav tuvecha yabiu, V'tzidkatecha yiranenu. Chanun v'rachum Adonai, Erech apayim ugdol chased. Tov Adonai lakol, V'rachamav al kol ma'asav. Yoducha Adonai kol ma'asecha, V'chasidecha yivarechucha. Kivod malechutecha yomeru, Ugevuratecha yedaberu. Lehodia livnei ha'adam gevurotav, Uchevod hadar malechuto. Malechutecha malechut kol olamim, U'memshaltecha bechol dor vador. Somech Adonai lechol hanoflim, V'zokef lechol hakfufim. Einei cholelecha yisaberu, Ve'ata noten lahem et ochlam be'ito. Poteach et yadecha, U'maspia lechol chai ratzon. Tzadik Adonai bechol derachav, V'chasid bechol ma'asav. Karov Adonai lechol kore'av, Lechol asher yikra'uhu ve'emet. Ritzon yire'av ya'aseh, Ve'et shavatam yishma v'yoshiyem. Shomer Adonai et kol ohavav, Ve'et kol harsha'im yashmid. Tehillat Adonai yedaber pi,
ויברך כל בשר שם קודשו לעולם ועד. ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם. Hallelujah.
Okay. Let me get this
Beautiful.
back.
He's got a beautiful diction.
Yes, he does. He really does. And that's why it's good to listen to him. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go back. This is Lev and what page? I think I said it was page, wait. I gotta come back down so I can see the pages. Okay, well, okay, so it's 181, I think, was in Lev Shalom. And you all,
Ashrei is also on 136.
okay. All right. Yeah, it's in a couple places always, but I'm gonna just find it on Lev Shalom. I want to make sure everybody else does have a book in front of them if you need it. If you want to do it that way, here we go.
I have it on 152 in Sim Shalom.
Okay, good. All right, so here we go. Here we are. So I'm in Lev Shalom here. Let's get this
Or actually, it's
up
150.
higher.
Oh, does anyone know where it is in the soft cover version of Sim Shalom?
Okay, so Ashrei is, let me just see. It's after the Torah,
Okay.
and wait a minute. It's after the prayer for peace, after the Torah session. It's, you can find it there. Got it? Okay, good. Oops, wait, what I do here?
Wait a second.
Where is it?
It's on the, you had it.
Yeah, I
in
did.
English.
It's on the, yeah.
Hebrew's probably on the
I gotta
bottom.
move I have to move over.
Oh,
There we go.
Anne,
Yes?
I just found a text from Andrea. She said she wasn't going to be at class today.
Oh, I know. She emailed me.
I'm sorry. I just found it.
That's okay. I think she just wanted to let you know too. But she did. She emailed me that she didn't think she'd be. Okay. Is that, I'll make that a little bit bigger. Okay. All right. So, as you could tell, he does enunciate beautifully, and it, when my way of doing this, and I still sometimes make errors on some of these words, but I find when I practice, if I just go really slowly and read the words to get those words in my head, because it's there's a lot of combinations, a lot of blends. There's a lot of the Sofit, which is the stop sign where you see just the two dots. So you have to concentrate on saying that word. And it's true, people do it in you know, they lead it and they do it real fast. And sometimes if you listen to them, they're making mistakes because they're doing it so fast. But then there are those that do it beautifully because they know their Hebrew so well. So you just want to get to know the words and get to be able to read it well, and you keep doing that and you'll be able to follow them, you know, eventually. Suzanne emailed me that she said she's still having trouble with it, and I think we all do. It's okay. You just keep practicing. So let's start at the bottom this time. Beth, how about if you do the first, do the top, do the first four through this one, okay?
Okay. Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha Od Yahalalu Selah.
Ha, Yahalalucha.
Yahalalucha Selah. Ashrei Ha'am Shekacha Lo. Ashrei Ha'am Shadonai Elohav. Tehillah LeDavid. Aromimcha
Yes, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Elohai Hamelech Va'avarcha Shimcha Leolam Va'ed.
All right. Sheila, are you back yet?
I'm back.
Ah,
My computer is unstable, so if you lose me, it's just my computer.
Okay, all right, well, we'll try. ahead.
Bechal Yom Avarchecha the halal. Yeah, I'll get it.
The
The halal la
lila, the halala,
the ahalala shimecha leolam vaed.
Good.
Gadol Adonai umechulal lal
No, not who, who. That's a hey.
umechulal wait a minute. Lal, okay. Umechulal ma'od velig gedulato ein cheker.
Okay, good. Say this one again for me.
Velig gedulato.
Okay, so if it's the league, it's the league. It's one of those ones where it's the league. It's so hard to explain it. It's not league. It's either league or league. You either have league, so it's the league du lato, not league. Do you realize what you were doing?
The league.
Oh, wait a minute, excuse me, everybody. I'm sorry. Okay. Do that one. Okay. All right. I think that was better. Good. All righty. Marlene.
Oh. Dor la dor Yishabach.
Yishabach.
Yishabach. Yishabach. Dor la dor Yishabach. Ma'asecha. Ka. Ma'asecha.
Secha.
Ma'asecha.
Right.
Okay. Uguvurotecha. Yagdu.
Yagidu.
Yagidu. Oh, there's the Yagidu. There's a little yud in the E. Okay.
Okay.
Next one?
Yep, to the next one.
Okay. Hadar kavod.
Kavod. Not ka. It's wait. It's kavod. Not ka.
Hadar kivod. Hodecha.
Good.
Vidivrei niflotecha.
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 Okay.
Niflotecha. Asea. Asia.
Asiha.
Asiha.
Ka.
There's a what in there?
No, it's asiha.
Asiha.
Okay.
Ka, guttural.
Yes. Yes.
Like
it's
Hanukkah.
a chet. That's
like
a chet.
Hanukkah. Asiha.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Right. Asiha. Good. This one is hard. I know it's and when I listen to him, I mean, he does get that so clearly. Nif le o techa. You have to get that O in.
Nifle o techa.
Yes. Yes.
Nifle o techa. Asiha.
Good. Yeah. How many did you do?
2.
Okay, do another one. We'll do 3.
This is the weirdest first word I've ever seen in Hebrew. Looks like Jesus. Ve'uzus.
Ve'ezus. Ve'ezus.
Yo meru. Ugdula taha.
Okay, good. Techa.
Saprena.
Yes. Okay.
That's a mouthful, Anne.
I know.
Even if you're a child or if you've been drinking, that's a mouthful, I've decided.
I know. It is. Okay. Let me see. Here we go. Madeline, please. Are you still, if you're still there, I think?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Zecher.
Zay. It's Zay.
Zecher
Mm-hmm.
Rav Tuvcha Yaviu
Mm-hmm.
Vayitkatecha.
No, it's Vatsid.
Oh, Vatsi, I'm sorry. Vatsi.
Katecha. It's a lot there too.
Well, I shouldn't put the tzaddik with the dalid. Vatsid katecha.
Vatsid. In this one, it's Vatsid Katecha.
So it's separate, the
Yes.
the dalid.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't get, okay. Vatsi de katecha.
Techa. Yes. Do you recognize the word in there, everybody?
No.
Tzedek.
Is it
Tzedek.
Sadi?
Tzaddik.
It's
Tzedek. Justice. Tzaddik.
Vatsid. So it's, just say it again.
Vatsid Katecha.
Vatsid.
All those separate sounds.
Vatsid de katecha.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Veranenu.
Yeah.
Yeranenu.
Mm-hmm.
Chanun verachum Adonai erech
Mm-hmm.
apayim ugdal or ugadal.
Ugadol.
Ugdol Hased.
Chesed, yes, chesed. That's also chesed, which is a righteous person. Ugadol, it's you hear the ugadol, chesed.
So yeah, but sometimes
Yes.
that the two dots, the vertical two dots get sort of attached to whatever letter is before, but sometimes now they don't. I guess.
Right, right. It's I mean, I think I sent something out. It depends on the word and
yeah, they're just like in English. I mean, they're idiosyncrasies. They're
right,
irregular
exactly.
verbs, they're irregulars, and you just have to learn it for that particular.
Yes,
I
yes.
think
And
it's cool. This
Hebrew
has
is
an
hard to write.
acrostic, an alphabetic acrostic. I think that's cool.
Okay. All right. Yes. And let me see. How many lines did you read?
I don't know. I don't even know where.
All right. Read the next one, Tov.
Tov Adonai lekol.
Lakol.
Lakol verachamav al kol or kal.
Mm-hmm. Kol.
Kol my sieve. Ma'asav.
Ma'asav. Yes. Yes. Okay. Linda, if you would, we'll go down the page. You'll start here. Yoducha.
Yoducha Adonai kol ma'a secha v'chas sidecha yevar chucha.
Good. Okay. And here we go.
Kivod malchutecha.
Malchut. Yes.
Yomeru ugavura techa yeda beru.
Okay, one more.
Lechodia.
It's a h. It's not. I heard a little. Right.
Oh yeah. Lechodia.
Mm-hmm.
Livene ha'adam gevurotav.
Mm-hmm.
Uvod.
No, this is a chaf.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Uvod hadar malchuto.
Good. Good. Right. That's hard. There's a chaf and a vet, and
Vode.
yeah, vod, vod.
Vode.
Right. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Corinne, if you would start.
Malchutcha, Malchut, Kol Olamim, Umem
It's umem. It blends. Umem.
Umem Shal Techa.
Good.
Bechol Dor Vador.
Good. Okay. And the next one.
Somech Adonai Lechol Hanoflim V'Zokef Lechol Ha Kefufim.
Good. Yes. Okay.
Sounds like I'm tripping over my tongue.
I know. One more. Do one more line.
Okay, where am I? Ene Kol
No, chol.
Chol.
Right.
Elecha Yesveru.
Yesa.
Yesaveru. Ve'acha.
No.
Ve'ata.
Yes.
No tain la em.
Hem. He.
Lachem.
Right.
Avlam. Achlam. Be'ito.
Yes. Yes. Very good. It is a mouthful. I'll agree. All right. Zelda, if you would read from here.
Okay. Poteach et yadecha umas bia l'chol chai ratzon Zadik Adonai Bikal Divra
Not D, it's D.
Dirakav
Chav.
Chav
Yep.
Dirachav
Dirachav. Okay.
Chasid Bichal Ma'asav Karov Adonai Lechal Kore Av Bichal Lechol Asher.
Yes.
Yikra Uhu. Be'emet Ratzon.
Yes. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go on. That's good.
Can I ask you one question?
Sure.
This line here, the first line she started with, which is pote, then you don't, do you say cha? Because that's a cha and an a.
You say ach.
So why do you say ach and not cha? Because it says cha.
Okay. You simcha, because at the end of simcha is another letter. If I'm right. Mem, chat, yud. It's either a yud or a hey after it. This is the ending, and when it's the ending, it's ach.
Oh, you don't go cha.
No, it's poteach. No, a simcha would have. I'm pretty sure there's a yud or a hey after the chet on a simcha, and that would say that you would say cha.
I'm just wondering why it doesn't have the final symbol of 2 lines above.
What are you talking about? Where?
You see 2 lines, I don't know words. So you see 2 lines above and where the word is so mecha.
Yes.
So mech. Yeah. Why doesn't it have that and under it instead?
because
Just
it's,
because we know that's a final and the other one is
That's right.
usually the beginning of a word.
That's why I was so confused.
Right, right.
Okay.
'Cause we usually see this symbol at the end of a word and not the other one at the end of a word.
well, sometimes you do. This is a final chaf.
Right.
This is the chet. And that's why it's poteach. And this is a ch. This is ach. This is, you hear the ach or the ech. And this one you hear the cha or the ch. It's always cha.
So the
or
rule
ch.
is if it's at the end of the word, it's an ach.
No. It's, you have to look at what the letter is. This is a final chaf. So you're going to hear cha
Right.
with an ah generally, or the, so mech.
Right.
Whereas this is a chet, but it's not a final chet, it's a chet. So it's poteach at the end of the word. Ach. Okay. I'll have to look up and tell you the
Thanks for
reason.
your question, Corinne.
But
Sorry,
this would always be the this would always be the cha,
Right.
and this
So
is
it's
always
pronounced like
ach.
the word above it, actually.
Yeah, it's
So
a,
you
This
pronounce
would be
the vowel first.
that's
Instead of
Yeah, the
saying
end of
cha,
that
you're
word.
saying ach.
but the two
Right.
dots is just the ch.
Yeah, that
Two
I
dots.
know. I meant the word above it.
Okay, so that's a cha. Yes,
That's
it has
right?
that ah vowel belongs with the final chaf to make
Right.
it a cha.
I think
Yes.
it might have something to do that poteach, that's the root, the three root letters. And here the kaf, final kaf is like when you conjugate a verb, mean from your,
Right. R-A, your, R-E, you are.
I could do English, right?
If you say you are, it's your. Why
Right.
are you apostrophe R-E?
A
Right.
contraction.
But that's, yeah. So you're right. This is the word.
Okay.
Pei, tav, chet. That's the word.
And
Uh-huh.
here the
So
word is lamed kuf tough, because this is, the mem is from.
where are you?
Yeah,
Lamed,
I don't know the vocabulary.
Lamed, Lamed, you said Lamed, Kuf, Tough?
I think is the root in this word. So the
Oh,
final.
in Malchutikal. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. That's the root. Malchut. It's Malchut. And the cha is what adds to it, like saying, actually, sometimes it's saying we. It adds another word actually to make it gender. Because Hebrew is gender. It's, you have male, the word is at or ata. At is you, ata is you in the at is in the masculine, ata is you in the feminine. So there's male and female gender of words. So this malchut is the word. You're right. You've added the cha to make that word something different. It's like anachnu. When you say anachnu, it means we. Anach is the word, and you add the new, it's we do this, or so yes. Whereas poteach, pei, tav, chet is that word, pei, tav, chet. And so you make it an ach. You're not adding an extra word like cha.
Thank you.
I hope I got that right for you all.
I don't know, I'm still confused, but it's okay.
Okay. All right, let me see. Where are we? I lost track where we are. And who is reading? Corinne, you finished, right?
I read, yeah.
Zelda, you read? Okay. Charlotte, what line are we on? Let's just go, I
Ratzon?
guess. Ratzon? Okay. Go
I
ahead.
think so.
All right. I lost track. Go ahead. So Charlotte, please.
Okay, I have people working out in front with machinery, so I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Okay.
Are we on Ratzon?
Ritzone. Mhm.
Ritzon?
Yes.
Ritzon.
Yeah. You hear that?
You're a O of.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
U,
No, it's a yod.
yas, 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 yas.
Ya-ah. It's
Ya-ah.
ya-at.
So that's an ah at the end when it, yeah.
Even these two dots actually are part of the truck. So it's ya-a-se.
Ya-ah-se, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Va'at,
Ve'et.
va'et. Let's see the vowels. Ta,
You have to hear that vav with the shin. Shav.
shav, tav, tam,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
yash,
Not ya. There's one dot. E. Yeesh. Ye.
yish, ma, osh.
Na-ah. Ve.
Yeah, I said V-O,
Yo. Yo. Like what?
yo, that's an yo, Shechem,
She. Aim.
Shehem,
Ve'yo. She. Aim.
yo, Shehem.
Aim. Not hey. It's a A. Just A. You don't even hear that iron. It's just the A. Aim.
V-A, she, aim,
Okay.
Shomer,
Show.
Shomer,
Right.
Adonai, et, kol, ah,
Oh.
oh, is that O part of
The
the olive?
The dot belongs to the olive.
Okay. Oh, have then,
Ha. Oh.
have,
Ha.
oh, ha, vit,
Vav. Oh. Ha. Vav.
can't see it.
Can you see it on the screen?
I'm in the book.
Okay. All right. So it's Oh. Ha. Vav.
Wait a minute, I'm lost. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, ha, oh, I see where I am now. Oh, ha, van.
Vav. Vav.
That's a vav, right. Va, va eight,
Good.
kol, har, im,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
yash, bead.
Good. Yes. Hmm. All righty. I think you did 3. All right.
And can I ask a question before I get off? Is there
Sure.
is there any place that, like the Berman Institute, that this is online? Because I don't know this at all.
Okay. Who's talking to me? I don't see your
Charlotte.
face.
It's Charlotte still.
Charlotte. Okay. You know what? This is in the, well, let me see. I'll find something and send it to you. Okay.
You send it to all of us.
Yes, I'll send it to all of you.
I listened to it, but I really have never even attempted it.
Okay, I will send it to all of you. I will find that that's separate than this. I'll see if what Bierman has, and if not Bierman, someone else. Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Linda Burns, if you would read from here to Helat and down.
Tohilat, Adonai, Yad,
Yeah.
Yada, Ver, Fi, Yabar,
No, V.
Vivre,
Varech. Vivarech.
Vivarech, Bal,
Kol. No, that's a cuff.
Oh, Kal, Bashar,
Yeah, that's a sin.
Basar,
Good.
Same,
That's
Shame.
your shin.
shame,
Uh-huh.
ka, da,
Not da.
show,
Kad.
kad, show, got shove, le, lev, lev, levo, oh,
Yes, good. Mhm.
laolam,
Right,
va'ed,
right,
va'ed,
good. And this one,
va'atzna,
ba'anach,
anachnu,
good.
na, varechem,
Nivarech, nivarech,
vivarech,
reich.
ah,
Say it again, please. Nivarech.
nivarech,
Good, yes.
yach, yo,
Just yeah. I know there's a dot there, but it's just yeah.
yeah,
It's one of those things, okay?
me, ya, ta, vad,
The ad,
oh, ve'ad, olam, halo,
le,
two, halale,
hale, lu, yeah. Naha, le, lu, yeah.
yeah. Oh, hallelujah. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure.
Hallelujah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, good. Everybody, Olam is the world. That's you find that all through here. Olam, the Olam to the world, Olam the world. Okay, what's our timing? It's a little close. Okay.
Hallelujah, we've read it.
Yes, and you did a good job. It is a really hard prayer. You all know that it's generally responsive, and I'm going to leave this up because maybe we'll try and sing it. I don't know if you all know the tune. It's like a sing-song tune. Ashrei yoshvei beitecha, beitecha. See, I did it wrong. Od yichachot lucha sela. Ashrei ha'am shecha kachalo. Ashrei ha'am shadonai Elohav. And as you can see, I make mistakes too. It's like, and it goes like that. It's a sing-song effect. Honestly, if you were asked to lead it and you weren't quite sure of the tune, it would be okay for you to be reading it. You're reading it, you're saying it, it's the words. And it's always a line followed by, they followed by another line. Like I said, my friend used to start off differently, whereas she wouldn't start off leading it. She'd have us start off leading it and she'd do the other one. That way we all learned the whole thing. And it's good. So that's why you need to learn the whole thing. Anybody have any questions? I think I'm going to stop screen share. Let's go. Hi, everybody. Okay.
And
And
I was trying to look up we've got a few different books here about like crash courses in Hebrew reading, and I was trying to see if I could find anything with when you've got the chet at the end of the word with the under it. And all I could find in this one book just says comes only at the end of a word. So it's just when you've got that chet as the last letter, then you're going to say ach instead of cha. So like it gives examples of like Noah is Noach, and it's that same pronunciation that we were struggling with. Or laying to fill in part of the prayer is lahaniach.
Right.
So but it's just at the end of when it's the last letter.
Right, right. And it's not a final letter, it's the letter of chet, but you do hear ach in it. Whereas in your final chaf, which is that kind of long thing, you say ha, ha. That's all it would be, with ha, I think. I don't think there's any other vowels that go with it. Anybody else? What?
And
What?
you had that, the recording of Ashrei, and I was in and out, I know, but can you forward us the link to get the cantor singing Ashrei? That nice slow melody that you had before when I walked in?
Sure. Yes, I can send that to you. Send Ashrei.
And also,
So you all want just the words, like a Bierman, or will that do? Sending that he is singing?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
All right,
better.
I'll send that
with the
one.
singing, yeah.
Yeah. It's called Rosen something. It's a study place, and they do that. Okay. All righty. What?
How many more sessions do we have to the course?
We have 2 more.
Oh, really? So we're getting
Yes.
along pretty well.
I think so. Yeah.
I think we've come a long way. I
I
really
hope
do.
you
I would
feel
hope
so. It's it's constant. I mean, like I said, I still sometimes words get mumbled in my mouth, especially as I'm getting older. It's like, I have to really concentrate on a word to be able to get it properly. And but to participate in shul is important, and never feel like you're not doing it right. You're trying and you're doing it, and you just keep practicing. That's all.
Tomorrow I'm going to shul in person for the first time.
Wow.
And
amazing.
I'm leading the barhu, but they don't want people going up for the barhu, so we're leading it from the pew, from our seats. But I'm so excited. I just don't even know what to do with myself.
I know.
That's fantastic.
Mask, no gloves. It's too sweaty to wear gloves.
It's really hard getting ourselves back. I find, for me, hard getting myself back into the environment. It's like I've been doing a little bit, but it's still, I'm still very cautious. I'm very nervous at times about it, but
Me
I'm
too.
glad your synagogues are doing that. I mean, they've done so many studies and so many things about it. They think we're going to be okay. You still have to wear masks inside.
Oh, sure.
In most places, which
No, because you're singing and talking, and your stuff goes out.
That's glad. I hope all of you have tried to get to services at some point in time. I don't know if your synagogues are doing it or not, virtual or Zoom.
Online for a year since
We're
March.
doing live stream.
Yeah, so it's good, and it will be great when everybody gets back into to shul and back into the synagogue. It
It'll
will
be
be.
funny getting all dressed up to go to shul because we're not used to it.
Well, some of us get dressed up from the top up.
Yeah.
I have to hope our clothes still fit.
All right, ladies,
The
it's so
rabbi will
nice to
say-
be with you. Any other
Welcome.
questions about our Hebrew? Anything else about that?
Thanks very
No,
much.
thank you, Ann.
All right,
So
so
we have
hopefully
2
I'll
more sessions, basically in May,
two more sessions.
the first week of June.
June 4th is our last. May 28th is next, and June 4th is our last. And then we will be finished what we had set up. So yeah.
And I probably will not be with you. I'm leaving to go back up north, and I'm driving, and I'll be on the road Friday, hopefully by my son by Friday night.
Nice.
And the week after, hopefully, if I'm home, I will Zoom in with you from up north.
Okay.
And it's been wonderful. Thank you so much, because
You're welcome.
it
Have a
has made-
safe
it has
trip.
me, thank you. It has me feeling much more comfortable as I'm reading. It's been a long time since I did anything like that.
Good.
But
I'm
thank
so
you
glad.
all.
And
That's
Ann,
my pleasure.
I will say thank you as well, because like I said, we'll be traveling for the next 2
Okay.
weeks. I don't know. I'm going to try to get in on the last class, but I don't know if I'll be able to. So
Okay.
thank
All
you.
right. You're welcome. And anytime any of you need anything, just email me or whatever. Not a problem.
What
Okay.
we doing
So I'll see
next
the rest of you next week, hopefully. What?
Yes.
What are we doing next week?
I'll
Which
send
trip?
it to you. I'll send it to
Okay.
you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, everybody.
can't
Have a
get
good
enough
day and
in
Shabbat
June,
Shalom.
just come on.